Hey, peace and assalamu alaikum, everybody. I am going to make a video sort of touring my library because I've been watching other library tours today on YouTube, and so I'm biting. Now, one of them that I watched was by Alanis Morissette, which I already dug her for her writing skills, her music, and everything. And people get on me about the amount of books I have. I think I, what do you call, like I have this app called Book Buddy where you can, like categorize, what's the word? Well, you can categorize all your books, and so far I have like over 400, but um, I still have some that I have not scanned and uploaded. Well, people get on me, but child, Alanis Morissette's bookshelves cover every wall. I got like one and a half, and I have some books upstairs too, but it ain't nothing like what she got. But I'm still proud of my books. That's okay. So I'm gonna just show some things that I have and kind of point out some of them that I really like, or and some that I really can't wait to get into. So I think I may have showed my bookshelves before. Um, it's my plush little chair over there, kind of blocking some of them because I don't know where else to put that chair. But I have lots of books. I get so giddy. They make me happy. So let me start over on this side actually. So these two shelves, this shelf has homeschooling books because I homeschool all my children, homeschooled all of my children. The eldest, he'll be 30 in about, what, 5 months, inshallah. And so I started homeschooling him when he was 6, and my youngest now is 16, and she's cyber school, but we still, that's just something because of the state or whatever. And it takes some stress off of mama. But we still do a lot of, we're like unschoolers, so to say. We've always been very eclectic. But these are books that she can come to for reference if she wants to. But with the internet, and she's like a researcher extraordinaire, she don't even really mess with them anymore. But some things I actually gave away. But I do plan on putting together some homeschool classes through like remotely, inshallah. So I just hold on to everything, and then now I'm getting the grandbabies and everything, so there you go. And one day I might still go on ahead and adopt a child. We'll see. I have so much on my plate right now. Then over here are books for youth. Well, let me see. Actually, those are some DVDs and stuff that I just won't get rid of for some reason. Then these are a few of one of my son's books. He has a bunch downstairs in the basement that I have to bring up, but I just haven't yet. That I'll put there because I don't want them to get all messed up in the basement. Then, like I said, youth books. I don't even know what's down there, to be honest. There are like some resource books here. I don't know what that is. That pile. They might be, I think they're like workbooks and stuff like that for children. And, oh, these are books that, I don't know, they're not even mine, so I don't even know. But all of these over here are absolutely mine. And like I said, I do have some upstairs that I take up there in hopes that I'll be inspired to read them sometime soon. So I have the 4 shelves here. This shelf here are more cultural, I guess I would say. So up there I have books that are like Black American themed. Then I have Native American. What else? 1, 2, those third and fourth shelves are Islamic books. And down here, what are those? I think those are like sort of miscellaneous books. So I have this textbook here that I love. It's on religions, just different stuff that I have and probably didn't really know where to put them. Up top there, I have more reference books. So, Hadith, Fiqh Sunnah, the Bible, dictionaries and thesauruses. You can't have enough of those. Drug book that is probably becoming obsolete. What else I have? Oh yeah. Over here in the second shelf, I have like biographies, fiction. I think I have some non-fiction. No, I think all this is bios, autobiographies, and fiction. All over here are like health books, things of that nature. Yeah, some of my nursing books, health books, like herbal healing, crystal healing, stuff like that. This joint is so old. I don't even know if anybody talk about the Back to Eden book anymore. But back in the day, before you had a whole bunch of herbal healing books, everybody, that was like the healing Bible, so to say. Here I have a bunch of like pregnancy and postpartum books because I'm a postpartum doula. Same down here, some more doula books and pregnancy books and things of that nature, parenting. Over here, I just have some lit books, like literature books, so far as like writing, because I'm a poet and I love to write fiction, non-fiction, whatever, but I'm mostly a poet. That's my thing. That's what I do. And so I used to perform a lot back in the day. One of these days I'm going to get back into it, inshallah. Then I have like some journals and stuff of other people's writings. My old mentor's book and my homegirl, my partner, my sister, Kilolo. That's her painting on the front, buckwheat. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, you know that gotta be up there. So a lot of different little things up there. Down here, I know this lighting is not good. I'm gonna try to fix the lighting on the video if I can. Here, just like art books, craft books. I'm also a big crafter. I love to crochet and all that good stuff. So I actually used to do henna, do mehndi to make money. I got a whole video on that though. That's how I freed myself. Down here I have different erotica books, tantric sex and all that kind of thing. Down here I'm also a gardener, so I have a lot of gardening books and things. And down there, I think the bottom shelf, I have like National Geographic books and stuff like that. This is just some books I gotta take to donate. So let's see what kind of books that I love. So some books, let's see. One of the types of books that I have here on like the Black American shelf is the theme is genealogy. I have a lot of cool books on genealogy because, of course, genealogy itself is like just dope to learn about your family and do all that research and whatnot. But to research your African people, if you are Black American, or even to research your Black American family, it can be really, really difficult. Like, we almost always hit brick walls. So I have some good ones like this one, Black Genesis, a resource book for African American genealogy. Um, what's this one? I'm from Newark, New Jersey, so I got some books on that because we take our hometown seriously. So even though I live in Pennsylvania now, some of my people be trying to come for me, so I ain't Newarkite no more. Y'all bugging. So this is inside Newark. I have, let's see. This is another book about Newark. This book is called The Explosive Story of the Newark Riots, No Cause for Indictment, an Autopsy of Newark. Let's see. Here's a nice one. My son got this for me when he was about 14 or 15. Yeah, I was saying about genealogy. This is another good book for all y'all who are into family genealogy and you're African American. So, Black Roots, a beginner's guide to tracing the African American family tree. And, get up there. Here's another one. Research your family genealogy for the first time. That's not specific to blacks, I don't think. So yeah, this book right here, y'all. I don't know if you might even want to see this book. It's called Without Sanctuary, and it's lynching photography in America. This stuff will make you want to cry, pray, and punch somebody in the mouth. Somebody of a certain persuasion. So this is a really, really good book. I remember when this book came out, it was like groundbreaking. So yeah, that's a bunch of that stuff. Wait, what is this? Oh, here's another good genealogy book for any of y'all who are interested. So, Discovering Your African American Ancestors, How to Find and Record Your Unique Heritage. So then going down, let's see. This is a good book, and it is so pretty too. So, Atlas of Indian Nations. It's really good to talk about all the different tribes here in the Americas. It's a really, really good quality book. Sorry if I keep coming out of frame. Camera woman, I am not. My family is Haudenosaunee, Iroquois, so I have a lot of books on the Mohawk people and Iroquois people. So Iroquois land claims. I think my son gave me this one. He's very involved with the Mohawks and the Ramapo, his father's people. Some of these books are not in the right place. I know that much. That goes down there. This is a smaller book, youth book about the Mohawk Skywalkers. Yes. The Mohawks built probably most of Manhattan. What else do we have here? Another Iroquois teachings. I think I got this from the res up there when I went. And Grandma said, Iroquois teachings as passed down through oral tradition. But I don't only have stuff on the Mohawks, but mostly, or a lot. This one, American Indian Healing Arts, Herbs, Rituals, and Remedies for Every Season of Life. Some books obviously can be in other areas, but let's see. Oh, I have something on the Lucayans because my family is Bahamian, and Lucayans are also known as Arawaks. So I'm told, but I don't have information on it yet, so I don't claim it. You know how I am. I like to see documentation, but I'm told that we are Lucan. Oh, I know a lot of people know about this one, right? Black Indian slave narratives. You know what get on my nerves? When a lot of people will be saying that, you know, they're not African Americans. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as the transatlantic slave trade. That Native Americans with dark skin and blah 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 blah. That don't mean that you ain't African, and that does not mean that you are not African American, and it sure don't mean that you're Native American. You know, up until about 7,000 years ago, everybody was dark, so that ain't really no. Anyway, here's another book, The Divided Ground. I forgot that I ordered this book. I know it's in my Amazon book wish list. I forgot that I actually bought it though. Yeah. So let's go down further to the Islamic section. Here's a book, American Muslim Women. One of the things that, another thing that kind of gets on my nerves is a lot of times when you see things about American Muslims, they really be like, not talking about African American Muslims, and that annoys me because it's the black Muslims who laid everything out. That's the reason people can walk around with headscarves on as Muslims or walk around with niqab and all that kind of thing. You know, we put in the work. And I'm saying we because I also put in the work for people to be able to do things like that, especially down from where I'm from, because nobody was covering their face or anything back in the 90s. Let me see, I was in high school and I started covering my face, and I used to catch hell from the Muslims and the non-Muslims. So, you know, people are allowed to do things now, is my point, and it came from people putting in the work, going to court. You know, I remember brothers had to go to court to be able to wear their beards if they were police officers and all that kind of thing. But people, they don't know this now, and they certainly don't give it any type of respect. And in my humble opinion, a lot of times they messing up all the work that we did put in. But whatever. So moving on. One of my favorites authorities and writers on Islamic topics is Karen Armstrong. Of course, she is not Muslim, but I think she's very fair, and she's very, very knowledgeable historically about things. She used to be a nun. I've spoken about her before in another video too. She used to be a nun, and she's just a scholar of religion. So she writes a lot about Christianity, the Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And this is one that she wrote. I actually have two of these books for some reason. Jerusalem, One City, Three Faiths. She's really good. She has you'll see her in a lot of historical documentaries, especially where they talk about Islam. Little short-haired white, like she's probably about 70 or something now. White woman, she's real cool. This is another one, A History of God, the 4,000-year quest for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So yeah, she's real dope. She's cool. Let's see. Here's another good one. The Muslim 100, the lives, thoughts, and achievements of the most influential Muslims in history. There was another one I saw up here that shouldn't be up. That's why I can never find the book when I need it. This here is a really, really good book if you're interested in the history of African Americans as Muslims here in this country. So, Islam and the African American experience is really good. It talks about all the different movements that went on. They talk about, yeah, they talk about a lot of good stuff. Wait, where's my other book? I would loan books out sometimes. This is why I don't like lending books, because they disappear. There's a really good book called Servants of Allah by this French sister, and it talks about how Islam came here, through the transatlantic slave trade, so far as it, how do you say? Like, they were Africans who were coming over here to this land before the transatlantic slave trade, who were Muslim. But so far as our history as Muslims in this country, it goes into that. Here's a good one, Quran and Women by Amina Wadud Mohsin. I have a lot of books. Du'as for Success. Dua is prayer. So anyway, there's just a lot of books here on this show. The Fiqh of Marriage in the Light of Quran and Sunnah. Oh, I've had this book forever. I love Tasawwuf, Sufism. So this is a nice book that just kind of give you the basics about what it is. All of my writing in my books. This is when I used to underline in my books. I don't like writing in books. I know folks feel like annotating books is what you're supposed to do, but ew, stop messing up books. So anyway, there are a whole lot of different things there. How to pray, blah blah blah. Oh, this is one of my all-time favorites, even though I have not finished it yet. I gotta really work on that because I keep getting caught up in audiobooks. I love this book so much. Secrets of Divine Love. I actually read a few chapters or so. There are a few videos on this channel you can look if you're interested, where I read a few of them. But then I stopped because Alhamdulillah. Then I stopped because I realized that she has an audio book out already, so I just stopped. Here's another good one too. Medicine of the Prophet. Why am I still in the Muslim section? First Muslims, History and Memory. That's by Asma Afsaruddin, I guess it is. Asaruddin. All right, let's move over here to the fun stuff. Biographies. I love biographies. So, The Color of Water. I like reading books about passing and about just light-skinned black people, because of course that's something dear to my heart. My family went through a whole lot of hell with you dark-skinned folks. And so I'm just always interested. Not just my family, me too. But Alex Haley and the books that changed the nation. I have Faith Evans, Black Privilege with Charlemagne, Billy Crystal, Still Fooling Them, Tears of the Desert by Halima Bashir, Women of Words. I haven't read this yet, but it's in a pretty jacket. A Personal Introduction to 35 Important Writers. I need to get into that soon, actually. Of course, I have the Henrietta Lack biography, Beatrice Potter's letters. Can't wait to get into this one too. A selection by Judy Taylor. Can you believe Beatrice Potter has... Yeah, this is so dope. I got to get into this one soon too, because I just like people. I like learning about people. And, things that folks have done in their lives to get to where they are or were, and all that kind of thing. And so one of the reasons I love to journal is because one day somebody will be reading about my foolish life, and probably my children and grandchildren. And I think that's just a way to kind of leave your footprint in the sand, so to speak. Here's another book, President McKinley, Architect of the American Century. And obviously, I like to read about different people. I don't only read black books or native books or Muslim books or anything. This one is about Queen Noor, Leap of Faith, Memories of an Unexpected Life. There. So The Secret Gospel of Mary Magdalene, Aisha at Last, Summer of Me, Keeping Corner, Someday We'll Tell Each Other Everything. That's so cool. I think that's a short book. I should read that soon. But I promise that I won't read another book until I finish the Game of Thrones. That was not a good deal to make. And this isn't even that long. But it's only about, it's not even 200 pages. Dang. Ugh. See, I hate going back on my word. I really want to do that. So I have Alice Walker, The Temper of My Familiar. That was a gift to me, actually. Khaled Hosseini and The Mountains Echoed, Danielle Steele. I always want to read a Danielle Steele book because that is one of the major authors that my residents have on their shelves, Danielle Steele. African American Poetry, an anthology from 1773 to 1927. This is what I actually pointed this book out on my Second and Charles video. That should not be there. That should be over here with the poetry books. How to Be an American Housewife. I really want to read all these books, like all of them. American Dervish, that was an awesome book. I'm going to read that again, inshallah. At some point, hopefully, inshallah, I'm going to read all these books. Sapphire the Kid, The Chain by Adrian McKenty, Dark Matter, Parable of the Sower, of course. Actually, that is a graphic novel that I got from my daughter, and she didn't seem interested. So it's on my shelf. The Color Purple, China Dolls, blah, blah, blah. So many. The Number One Ladies Detective Agency, Alice Walker, Possessing the Secret of Joy. I never finished this book. I read it way back in the 90s, I think. I never finished it. I'm going to get back to this at some point. I would love to listen to it, but I can't stand. I can't say about Alice Walker. Toni Morrison, God bless the dead, drives me crazy when I try to hear her read a book. Lord have mercy. Even her too, Terry McMillan. Walter Mosley, of course. You know, I got a whole bunch of Walter Mosley. In fact, way down there, am I showing it? I have a whole bunch of CDs that are all Walter Mosley books. Yeah, Stupid White Men by Michael Moore. Of course. Then I got a bunch of stuff over here. The Healing Kitchen, 1001 Home Remedies, The Herbal Mother and Child, Healing Reiki. Good Lord. Chakras and Self-Care. This book, I used to give this book to so many people. This is definitely one of the most awesomest, is that a word? Herb books. Because, like, if you can get this, you need to get it. Because the way she breaks things down, first of all, she breaks them down at the beginning by herb. Then she breaks it down by ailments. And then after that, she gives you different combinations to put together. Well, the combinations are in the center, but this is the bomb. Now, it's old schools, like from the 90s or something like that. So there's, you can find books that have more herbs in them, or you just Google it now. We didn't have Google back then, but I love it. It's a great reference, and you can go to stuff like that. This is one of the most expensive books I have on iridology. The Science and Practice of Iridology by Bernard Jensen, PhD. People be big into that. Yeah. I have stuff about bipolarism. Of course, vaccines, because as you know, I do not vaccinate. I have not vaccinated in decades, and I raised all of my children not being vaccinated. And no, none of us have gotten COVID, mashallah. And not because we lock ourselves in the house. It's truly mostly just because the Creator looking us out. But we do take precautions. But I don't believe that's the only thing that's helping us. I'm sure many people who have gotten COVID take precautions. So for whatever reason, we haven't gotten it, the vaccine or the virus. Let's see. So I have a lot of books here. Baby's first year, all these kind of things. I'm not really gonna go into that book because this video is already too long. But yeah, a whole lot of good things. The pregnancy book by the Sears, the birth partner, A Mother's Tears. Let me tell you, alhamdulillah, when I was studying to be certified as a doula, which is not something you have to do, but I was reading the books. At the time, I wanted to become certified. And this is back in the early 2000s. Alhamdulillah for this book, because after I had my last child, and it's called A Mother's Tears, Understanding the Mood Swings That Follow Childbirth. And it talks about, PPD, postpartum depression, and just all that good stuff. And it really saved me because I had postpartum depression, and I was able to understand it because I read that book. And so I didn't freak out or think I was going crazy. And I actually didn't tell anybody. I was afraid to tell anyone. But I understood what was going on, so I just prayed and, got through it. Here's another one, the Mothering the Mother. How a doula can help you have a shorter, easier, and healthier birth. Then here's another, the Doula book. How a trained labor companion can help you have a shorter, easier. Wait, is this the same one? No, this is not the same one. I think this one is the second edition. I'm not sure. Anyway, those are good books if anybody is interested. A holistic guide to embracing pregnancy, childbirth, and motherhood. The Pregnant Woman's Comfort Book. Where's my... I had a really good book when I was pregnant. Dang, I can't even remember the name of it. It's really good. An Easier Childbirth. A Mother's Guide to Birthing Normally. So then we go over here. I already showed some of my poetry books up there and whatnot. This is a for the culture type book. Tender-Headed, a comb-bending collection of hair stories. I love reading stories, as I've already said. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool book. Then over here, let's see the nasty books I got. Owning Violets, New York Times best-selling author. Owning Violet owned me from the first page to the last. Ryder and Violet's chemistry is off the charts. Read it, own it, love it. I don't know why on earth I got 3 Zane books because I do not like Zane. I know y'all love some Zane, but she just never been my cup of tea. Um, I don't know, I probably got those to resell or something. I don't even know. Um, Here's another book I got years ago. I never read it yet. It's a international erotica. Um, Here's something: The Woman's Book of Orgasm, a guide to the ultimate sexual pleasure. Uh, we have the 1 hour orgasm. Of course, that's for women. Simultaneous, simultaneous orgasm. These books used to be, listen, in the 90s when I used to work at a health store, and we used to sell these books. The Dower Secrets of Love, Cultivating Male Sexual Energy. I used to have the Female Sexual Energy book. I don't know what happened to it. Probably lends it out or something. Divine Sex, The Tantric and Taoist Arts of Conscious Loving. Guys don't be trying to do no tantric nothing. They just, y'all corny. Y'all need to get with it. Urban Tantra, Sacred Sex for the 21st Century. That's kind of a nice looking tat. What else? When I was young, again back in the 90s, a couple of my girlfriends and I, we used to refer to this as the Bible. Sexual Secrets, The Alchemy of Ecstasy. It's a really good book. Some of the pages are torn though, I think, because I had to hide a knife one time and I stuck it in here. Yep. So yeah. Then that might be a little bit too explicit to say. So yeah, then the books I have down here are on gardening and photography and stuff. There's a really cool place down in Baltimore, which is not even 2 hours from here, and it's called the book. I think it's called the Book Place or the Book Thing or something like that. And it's just a whole big like warehouse, just one floor, full of books that people donated. And you can come in there and take all the books you want, magazines. I mean, it's big, and it's just full of books and like National Geographic books and those kind of things. So you can go there and take what you want, and you can also take what you want as sort of, like a swap. It's really cool. So I went there, and I have a younger cousin who is I don't know how you would say, like a producer. He makes videos for the guys who, do their raps and things like that. But he really wants to move on in another direction. So he wanted me to, I was writing a play for him. And I had no idea how to write a play. I know how to write, I don't know how to write a play. And so I went down there to Baltimore to that place and was able to get some really cool books on script writing or screenplays. This is pretty good. So that's enough of this. As I went through them, like, that's not really a lot of books. I need to go get more. But my daughters are always hounding me. And then I feel guilty sometimes because I'm like, when I die, they're going to have to get rid of all of these books. But I don't care. Alanis Morissette, A. Marie, all of them girls, they have way more books than I do. So I don't feel like I'm doing anything bad here. But anyway, I'm going to go handle some business, try to use my last day off work productively. And I hope all of y'all are chilling, having a good life. Peace. Assalamu alaikum.